Good morning all, welcome to Wednesday of Children's Hospice Week. So today we have some more nice things for you to engage with. So we'll have Mags again this morning just after this, doing some nice crafty things with bird feeders and doing some nice sensory painting with yogurt and some vegetable stamps. And this afternoon, if you come back at 2 o'clock, then you can plug into our sensory story. So Mags and myself are going to go on a bear hunt, and you should bring along the instruments that you made yesterday morning with Mags in the art and crafts slot. And if you didn't make them yet, well, you can go and dig out that video or just come and join us for the sensory story. And then later on this evening, we're going to have our good friend Claudia Clendenning, who is currently hanging out up in Armagh. So she is going to bring us some of her favourite songs. So you might have seen her a couple of weeks ago on our YouTube channel, which she appeared with her dogs. So I don't know who she's going to have with her today. That's at 5 o'clock this evening. Enjoy. So I hope you have a lovely Wednesday and are enjoying Children's Hospice Week. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Hi everyone! I can't believe it's Wednesday already. Time really does fly when you're having fun. I want to say a huge hello to all our LauraLynn families, and we hope everyone is enjoying Children's Hospice Week so far. Today we will explore all our 5 senses while creating amazing art and some lovely bird feeders for our feathered friends. Let's get stuck in. Oh, make sure to see what sense you're using during each activity. I will do the same. Now let's get started. As you can see in front of me, I've some stuff that we might use to make our own bird feeders at home. So we have some toilet roll holders and peanut butter. So for this toilet roll holder bird feeder, I'll show you now. We just need some toilet roll holders, some peanut butter and your bird seed, and then we'll hang it on a tree with the string here. So I'll just show you how I made that. So I have some bird seed here on my plate. And I'm going to get my toilet roll holder and my peanut butter. So I think you can use a knife either for spreading, but for safety I'm going to use a spoon. So if you get your big lump of peanut butter and just spread it on top of your toilet roll holder. It can be the crunchy peanut butter or the smooth, so whatever you have at home, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to spread it as best I can around the whole of the toilet roll holder. Just get more peanut butter. It does take quite a lot of peanut butter as well, so just to be aware of that. Now, once you have your toilet roll holder nearly fully covered, there will be bits where it won't get covered, but I just have it nearly covered the whole way around. I'm going to pop it inside my bird seed here. I'm going to roll it around then, and the bird seed will stick to your peanut butter. If you want to help sister or your brother, all you have to do is pop it on your plate, pop some bird seed on top, and do hand over hand and press it down into the peanut butter. So you don't have to roll it all the time. You can take it up into your hand, pop it on top, put your hand down and then the child's hand on top, and just press down, and you can then feel all the bird seed sticking to the peanut butter. And your hands don't get too messy either, because the bird seed is covering the peanut butter as you're pressing it down. Now, okay, so then I'll get my string. I'm using this string, but you can use ribbon if you want either, or any type of string that you have at home. So I'll just cut some string here. You might need your older brother or sister to help you with this, or your mum or dad, or an adult to help you get this in. So I'm just going to bring the string through the hole and then tie a knot at the top. Very simple, and your birds will love this when they come into your garden or onto your balcony, or if you have a tree somewhere locally that you can hang it on. Also, smell the peanut butter and the seeds as you're doing this activity. You can smell, oh, the seeds smell lovely, and they actually feel so relaxing on your hands as well. So make sure you put your fingers through the seed and feel the seed as you're going. And I'm going to hang that on a tree outside. The next type of bird feeder I have is this orange half. So I have the orange cut in half. I put a little bit of peanut butter inside, spread it in, and then you pour your bird seed on top. So here I have an orange. Now you definitely need an adult to help you with this one. But before you do anything, smell the orange. It smells absolutely gorgeous. And then what I'm going to do here is, this orange is kind of hard to take the skin out, so just go along the outside with a knife. You definitely need an adult to help you with this one. So get someone in your house that's older, or your mum or dad, to help you scoop out the flesh of the orange. And I'm going to put it in here. Then you have your orange half with your most of the flesh out. Doesn't matter if you don't get all of it out. And then I'm going to pick up my peanut butter again. I'm going to use the same spoon because I'm only going to use the peanut butter for making bird feeders, so it's okay. And spread in a bit of this peanut butter inside. And then pour in, well actually I'm going to use my hands because it feels so nice, so I'm going to use my hands to put the bird seed in, and then just pat it down, and most of it will stick to your peanut butter, but there will be some loose on top. If you want to get your parent or someone older than you to help you, you just need to put a hole in each side of the orange and then put your string through the hole, and that'll create then a little thing to hang it off one of your trees. I'm going to actually sit this in our bird feeder that we have outside. Then what else? Oh yeah, so I have some multi-grain hoops here, and I'm going to actually do a stringed one. So I've started it already, so I'll just move these out of my way and move that over there. So I'll just start putting some of the hoops onto the string, like you were doing a beaded bracelet or necklace. Just keep putting the hoops onto your string. You can do a few of these strings and hang them around different parts of the garden, or on your balcony, or in a tree that's very close to your home. If you're passing it on your walk, you can do that. So keep feeding through the hoops, and then what I'm going to do is put a little knot here. Yeah, and then I can hang that up as well. The other option for that one would be if you had some of these pipe cleaners that you might have in your art press. So this is the same thing. I just put all the hoops onto the pipe cleaner, which is a slightly bit easier to do because the pipe cleaner is a bit more stiff than string. And then I just put it into the heart shape then after you have them all stringed on, and then just put a string on the top and you can hang that up onto your tree as well. Now I'm going to show you a most simple one. So you probably have some egg cartons at home from after buying your eggs in the shop. So all you need to do for this one is we'll cut off the lid. I will put that in the recycle bin, and then just cut off this little kind of lip part that holds the lid on. So we'll put that one in the recycle bin as well. And then all we need to do is, well, I have started one string, so what you need to do is get an adult to help you again. I used the scissors. You have to be really careful with this one. So I just popped a hole in the two corners of the box. So I'm going to do that again for the other two corners. So just pop your hole in there and here. And then what we need to do is, I have the string going diagonal. So from one corner to the other corner, I have that string. So I'll bring this string through the same way and with the other two holes. So I have it through one hole and tie in that. And then you have your other bits of string and go diagonal to the other corner. I'll show you why in a minute that it's diagonal. And then bring your string through and tie the knot there as well. Yeah, so I have two diagonal pieces of string, and because we put it on diagonal, it means that it can hang straight then on the side of your shed, or again in a tree, or if you have a bird feeder at home, or wherever you think you could hang it. And then what we're going to do is, I have some bird feed here in a bowl. So I'm going to just spoon the bird seed in. Or, even better, use your hands. Let's feel all the bird seed. It's really, really relaxing actually to play with there as well. Get a handful and pour it in. And also let your sister or brother put their hands through the bird feed as well. It's really, really relaxing. And if you don't have bird seed and you still want to make a feeder, you can give raisins. Birds really like raisins. So these little snack packs of raisins, I'm actually going to throw a few in on top of this. So you put some raisins in on top of this, and the birds are going to get a really nice treat. Yeah, and there you go. The only thing to remember is, even though the cardboard is biodegradable, that's okay if it doesn't last too long out in the weather. But make sure you take your strings back in and throw them in the bin when you're finished, when the bird seed is gone. Or you can use the string again to make new bird feeders, but just to make sure that you don't keep the string in the garden. And that's it. That's our bird feeders. So with this one we used our sense of smell, because we could smell the peanut butter and we could smell the bird seed and the orange as well. It smells so nice. Then we used our touch, so we were feeling the bird seed as well, and we were pressing down on top of the toilet roll holder and peanut butter. We were pressing down with our hands and we were feeling the sticky peanut butter and the seeds sticking onto it. And then we're going to use our listening. So we need to listen and look out for the birds that might appear in our garden. So we'll have to take a look outside later and see if any birds visited and had some food from the feeders. Started with a different activity, and this one is yogurt painting. For this you'll need some, I'm using natural yogurt, but you can use any yogurt that you want, preferably one that's smooth because it'd be just easier to paint with. I'm going to use some food colourings to make the yogurt have a colour. And then because my yogurt isn't flavoured, I'm going to add some vanilla essence into one or two of my paints. The other things that I have here is tissue, because I'm using the same spoon to mix my paints. You might just want to wipe after each colour. And I have my different paper that you want to use, card paper, cardboard. I even have this recycled paper that I got from, I think it was a delivery or something, that I just kept in my recyclable box. So this would be really good to use for that. And I have, I think I said I have paint brushes. I'm also going to show you how to use one of these sponges. You can make a rainbow out of it, but it's just a sponge that you might have in the house that you usually use for washing up. The other thing good about this is it's easier to hold for anyone that might find it hard to hold a paintbrush. And the other thing about it is it's textured, so there's different textures to it. So that's part of our sense of touch. And the other part of having a sponge like this is it's great for the hand over hand method. So the child can put their hand on top of the sponge and you can place your hand on top of theirs, and that'll just help them paint easier as well. And I have an apple here as well. So we will be doing some painting with apples and fruit and veg, which you'll see after, but I have one of my apples from that I'm going to use here. And here's just a little kind of example of a few of the designs or colours that come out when you paint with yogurt. So enough chat, let's get started. So I did make 3 colours already. I did red, pink and yellow, but we'll continue and do, I'll just show you how to do. I have do another one, so I've also blue and purple here, and I have my vanilla essence here as well. It doesn't really matter what kind of food colourings you use, because I have 2 different styles here. They're all the same, they're all good. So I'm going to take my tablespoon. The other thing about the yogurt I'm using, you might find yourself, is it's a little bit watery at the top, so just give it a little mix so it's a little bit thicker. And then I'm just going to use 1 tablespoon in and another tablespoon. Whoops, it might be a bit messy, but that's okay. The other thing that's handy, actually, I forgot to mention, is I'm using this bun case holder you might have in your press if you're doing baking. So it's another good tip, even if you want to keep one for in your arts and crafts as your paint palette. So I have my 2 bits of yogurt there. So I'm going to add a few drops of vanilla essence to one of them, and I'm actually not going to measure it. So here we go. We'll drop vanilla into the 2 of these, I think. Yeah. Maybe I put a bit too much in there. Maybe use a spoon. And then I'm going to put a few drops of blue colouring in this one. We'll see how we go. And then I'm going to use purple, this style of food colouring, for this one. Now this one, you need a fair bit. Now, there we go. And I have my spoon from earlier, so I'll just take my kitchen roll and like that. Now I'm just mixing the blue colour and the vanilla into that yogurt. Wow, that looks cool. Whoops. I wouldn't be the neatest to doing this. Okay, and then we get our spoon clean again, and I'll mix in the purple. Wow, that's really purpley. I suppose our sense of sound is coming in here because you can listen to us stirring and tapping and stirring in your paint. Now that's finished. Okay, so the fun part. So there's different ways that I'm going to start painting. So I might use my recyclable paper here, and I'll rip some off. If you want to get it neater, you can just get someone to trim around the edges, but I actually quite like it like this. So first of all, I might show you how to do some apple printing. Now, you can use a spoon, or you can actually use a paintbrush to paint it on. So we'll use red here, and I'll get the paintbrush and we can paint it on. That's one technique. I won't go too much into this because we will be doing some other types of printing later. And you just get your apple and you place it down on your page, and if you want to help your sister or brother, just get their hand and put it on top of the apple, and then you put your hand on top of theirs and press down really hard. And if the hand isn't able to work quite well, you can always put their foot on top, and you can put your hand on top of their foot and they'll feel the cold apple under. And then we have our print. Okay, what else? So I might do some, I might leave that to dry, and I'll do some rainbow prints on the sponge that we were saying earlier. So actually I'm going to use my fingers for this one. So just pick different colours that you want. So move the forks out of the way. I'll pick yellow. Yeah, it feels really cold when you touch. Then with a different finger, I'll use red. Oh, it's freezing. I just took it out of the fridge before we started. So it is very cold. And then I have pink here, so I'll use some pink. You can also use your brush to put this on, or if you want to even put your paint onto a plate, you can dip it in as well. And then I'll use some purple. I'm nearly using my 5 fingers here. Sure, why not? We'll use all 5. I have 5 colours, so we'll use all 5 fingers. And then with my thumb, I'll use the blue. Woo, that's freezing. Okay, it's really cold, but it's another way of using our touch. And with this blue, oh, it smells real vanilla, like vanilla. So we're using our sense of smell, our sense of touch, our vision, we can see as well. And we have a different textures on our sponge. So without even washing my hands, 'cause this is a bit messy, but that's what it's all about, I'm going to put the sponge onto the page in the top corner. And then to make a rainbow, all you have to do is put your hand on top of the sponge, or help someone do this if you want, and just bring the sponge all the way around. Drag it all the way around the page. You might need 2 hands, one to hold the page and one to do the drag. And then you'll see your sponge is like a rainbow. And you have a rainbow picture. So that's a really nice, whoops, I'm getting the yogurt everywhere. I might use a wipe this time. I have my wipes beside me here, because then I knew this was going to be messy. And what else do we have that I could use? I might use this sponge with a handle here. I might see what it looks like on orange paper. So we'll do some purple, dip it in. You can hear a slush, slush, slush. Listen to all the sounds going on and the smell. Okay, so I might do a little flower. You can use, this is a great handy brush as well, the ones with the sponges. Or we'll use our thumb to make a flower. So we'll use pink as the flower petals. I will show you what that looks like. So we have our pink going around. And then we'll use yellow in the middle. The flower. And then if you had green, or it doesn't have to be green, you can put some stems on. Okay, there you go. And yeah, you can do your hands if you want. Whatever you feel you want to do, just go for it. And it's great as well, because if you want to taste the yogurt as you go along, you can, because it's only yogurt and food colouring. So that's it. Make sure your hands are clean though if you're going to taste the yogurt with your fingers. Otherwise, you can use a spoon. And I'll taste it, sure that I said it. Tastes like yogurt. Okay. And that's that activity. printing. So as you can see, I have a variety of vegetables, fruit, and I have some paper and card. I've also got some paper plates if you want to make paper plate faces with your prints, and I have some just arts and crafts poster paints or whatever type of arts and craft paints, acrylic paints or poster paints you have at home. If you don't have paints, you can always use the yogurt painting that we did as well. So maybe we'll just get stuck in and we'll go through what we have in front of us as we go along, and we'll also see what senses we're going to be using during this activity. So I might take a white page for now. Now, I actually don't know where to start. There's so much stuff here. I might go through a few of them. So we have some cabbage leaves that we can print, and they make a really cool print. I'll actually show you that since I'm talking about it. I'll take this one. So what I'm going to use for this is I'll use a brush to paint it on, and I'll stick with green because cabbage is green. So I'm going to paint on the leaf, the cabbage leaf, and you don't have to do green, but I'll stick to what the colour of the cabbage is, so you can see all the different lines in the cabbage leaf and the different textures. So we'll paint on. You can also use your fingers if you want to paint. I'll show you now. Just rub it on with your finger, and while you're rubbing it on, you can feel all the lines in the cabbage leaf. So face down with the paint, and then press down with your hand. Press down as best you can, and if you need help, just get someone to put their hand on top of your hand like this, and then we'll see what print we made. Wow, that actually does look like a cabbage leaf. Okay, what else do we have? I might just wipe my hand before we continue. And what else is green? Let me see. We have some lime here. Don't forget, oh, that's really bitter. Don't forget to smell as you go along as well. And look at all the different colours on the table. So with the lime, I'm just going to dip it into the paint this time. So let's dip our lime into the paint. And we won't put too much paint on because you want to see the lines on it. So if you get too much paint, just dab it into the plate then. I'm using paper plates here for the paint. And then we'll print down again, hand over hand if you want. Or if you can't use your hand at home, if your sister or brother can't use their hand, you can place their foot on top, if that's what you want to do. And make sure you squeeze it down so you can smell. Oh, it smells lovely. And then you have your print as well. What else do we have? We have some, oh, we have a pepper here. Let's see what print that makes. So I might brush it on this time. Brush on your pepper. And we'll print down. This is a very green page. Oops. Wow, and that actually looks like a shamrock. And then what else do we have that might be green? Maybe some cucumber. And I have cut a design into this, so you might have to get someone to help you do that. Someone will help you, an adult will help you do that, or an older brother or sister. And just print it down. And we have our print. So what else have we got here? We have banana. We've oranges and orange halves. We'll do another picture, and I'll do a tree this time. So what I'm going to do for the tree stalk is I'm going to use celery. So here I can use it as a brush, or we can use it as the bark of the tree. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to paint onto the celery and even onto the leaves. Maybe dip the leaves in. It'll be a lot quicker and a lot easier. And then we'll put some paint on the stalk. Okay, we'll print that down and see what it looks like. Hopefully a tree. Very good. We might just put some brown on the outside of the stalk. It does get a bit messy, but that's all the fun. And rock the stalk back and forward. Perfect. Okay, we'll put that down. And then we'll get our bottom half of the full pepper. And I have a feeling this might look like something, like a cherry blossom, but let's hope it does anyway. We'll take the remainder off and we'll start printing. And it actually does kind of look like a cherry blossom, the bottom of the pepper. Or you can do green if you want to have green leaves. Whoops. Getting carried away. Now let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that looks not too bad. And you can continue with your greens or anything. And what else? We might make a face on our paper plate, will we? Yeah, okay. So we have, I'll wipe my hands. Okay, we'll do a face. So I have eyes, so I'm going to use tomato for my eyes. So I have tomato here. Oh, it smells lovely. Some people might have these for their dinner or in their salad or on their sandwiches. So 2 big blue eyes. I'll go for blue. So we have 1 eye. 2 eyes. Now look at the table and let's see what we could use for a mouth. Is there anything there that we could use for a mouth? And let me see. What about half an orange? Well, I actually cut the orange in half and then I cut one of the halves into another quarter. So maybe we'll do a big red mouth. Dip in your orange and we'll do a big mouth. Now we're looking for a nose. Let me see, maybe we could use some celery stick for the nose. So what colour will we do the nose? We might do the nose yellow. So the tip of see the very tip of the celery stick, we'll put that into the yellow and we'll do a nose. And then if you want, you can put hair on. So with the other side of the celery, we might put hair on. So far we have this. So I'm going to use this as the brush. So I think I'll go with orange. We'll do orange hair. Now this will get messy. but we'll dab the hair on with the celery, or whatever you think. Might need some more. I have a bit of blue in there. This person has blue streaks now in the hair. Yeah. And then maybe we'll just do another picture. We'll use banana this time, and we'll use banana. So we want to use banana skin. We'll use the other part of the celery. So let's see what this makes. So we'll dip this into the red. And we'll put it onto our page. And dip it in again. And put it on. Wow, that actually looks like a rose. Hopefully you can see it in there. So I just used the bottom half of the celery. After cutting off all the stalks, I just used that part of the celery, and then we'll use another part of the celery and we'll paint it green. We're going to use the outside, as I found it actually is a bit easier to print this side because the inner side has a big hollow part. So we'll just do this and we'll put it down under our rose and we'll rock it a little bit. Perfect. Then we'll use our banana. So what I did was I cut the banana in half and I just used some of the peel, and I'm going to dip that into the green, and hopefully that'll look like a leaf. And don't forget, as you're going along, smell your fruit and veg as well. And then we'll put this on here. Press down. You can tap, tap, tap down as well. And then we'll take this away. That really looks like a leaf. See? And you can just keep getting creative and use whatever fruits and veg you want. It doesn't have to be all, you can pick your own fruit and veg that you have at home and create all different pictures with it. And that's it. Thanks everyone for joining me today for our bird feeders and painting activities. I had a great day showing you different ways of painting with vegetables and fruit and making some yogurt paint. Let's hope we can see some birds eating off our bird feeders and listen out to the sound of them singing. It was great fun exploring our senses. Make sure to join myself and Helen today at 2 p.m. and bring your homemade musical instruments because we're going on a bear hunt. If you didn't see yesterday's session, go catch it now. Tune in this evening at 5 p.m. where Claudia will sing some beautiful songs. And remember to keep a painting and put it into your time capsule. I think I'm going to keep this funny face. And here's my time capsule, and I'm going to put it in there when it dries. I'll see you tomorrow for some baking in the kitchen. Thanks for watching.